Hello, everyone. Today I will be discussing and answering the question, can having more fast food or processed food options lead to health problems, specifically in this case, food addiction in young adults? This is relevant to us as college students as we fall into that young adult age category, and especially those of us who are limited to only living on campus and using our dining dollars. We have to deal with those options of the processed and fast food. So answering this question, I hope to provide more insight to our options that on as students. First, I want to start on what an unreliable source for answering this would look like. When I was doing my research to answer this question, an article from UK Daily News popped up, and it essentially stated that ultra processed food and being addicted to it is the equivalent as being addicted to street drugs, and it's just essentially as deadly and as dangerous, which I consider unreliable because they had no evidence, no statements, no research, no facts, nothing to back up their simple statement. And it was honestly dramatized. While yes, being food addicted can have very negative and consequential health effects, it is not necessarily as bad and as dangerous as addicted to being addicted to a street drug. So it being that dramatic essentially makes it an unreliable source because it's there to just create a story rather than inform. Even though it is a news article, it is still just a story as it had no evidence to back its statement. So the source I decided to focus on, which was reliable, was this article titled Ultra Processed Food Intakes Associated with Food Addiction in Young Adults. It is reliable because it's an empirical article due to the reasons we learned in class, abstract, introduction, method, all of that. It was found in the GCU library and it has actual research, facts, and evidence to support what it's claiming that ultra processed foods is can cause and is more prominent in food addicted young adults. So essentially a summary of the article, young adulthood is crucial in developing eating behaviors into adulthood. Pretty much what you eat as in your adolescence will develop your eating patterns in your adulthood. So having and developing any health problems due to eating behaviors will continue into adulthood and can cause more and worse health problems like obesity, overweight, etc. Additionally, food addiction can be caused by excessive food consumption and can have negative benefits, which is what this research focused on. Does ultra processed food lead to food addiction and influence food addiction? The research focused on university students are aged 18 to 35 years old. They performed it twice, once in the spring, once in the fall. It consisted of 174 questions that assess things like demographics, characteristics, self-reported weight, height, etc., things like that. And ultimately, the general results which showed that yes, ultra processed foods were more likely to be consumed in association with addictive eating behaviors because out of the results, it showed that the highest percentage of energy from ultra processed food was found in those who were considered food addicted, which made the conclusion that yes, ultra processed foods leads to and increases food addiction symptoms. Again, I chose this topic because personally I am in a dorm with no car, no outside food option access, so I'm limited to using my dining dollars and the food options that campus provides. And there are many other students in this type of predicament and are limited to the options on campus. So essentially, answering this question, I figured allowed students to be more aware in their choices that can set them up for their health in the future. Thank you.